going to take several tons of synthetic gypsum wallboard to cover the walls of our 16,000 square foot project house. That's well over 1,000 of these 4x10 and 4x12 foot sheets. Once the wallboard was distributed, the installation crew got to work. There's an art to working with wallboard, which is also known as drywall. In many places, the board must be measured, then scored and cut to fit. Rough edges are smoothed off with a planer. After marking the location of a light fixture, the crew nails the board to the studs. Then the installer uses a rotary cutter to cut the opening for the fixture. Finally, the wallboard is screwed down tightly using a screw gun. The process is repeated throughout the house. Board is placed over doorways and arches. Then openings are cut out. Cuts are made for electrical outlets, light switches, air intakes, and even fireplaces. Then there are special treatments like barreled ceilings that require special 1/4-inch board that is prepared with water. The board is bent in stages, a little at a time. The workers then push the board into the arch to secure the wallboard to the support boards. Once all the board is cut to fit and secured to the walls, the taping and bedding begins. Working on stilts to gain height where they need to, the installers tape the seams where the gypsum boards meet. After the seams are covered with tape, the workers come back and apply a thin layer of drywall mud to ensure a smooth and visible transition between the adjoining pieces of wallboard. Now, one of the things that's really unique about the drywall we're using in the project house is it's recycled, 95% recycled. It's actually synthetic gypsum. To explain more, I've got Stephen Rayleigh here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Michael.
Now tell me, how do you make synthetic gypsum? I'm used to it always being mined right out of the ground, but
sure,
this isn't done that way. What do you do?
Basically what happens is coal-burning power plants inject the water limestone slurry into their smokestack to take out all the sulfur dioxide. So what happens is when the sulfur dioxide is coming up the smokestack, it mixes with the water limestone slurry, and under oxidation it forms synthetic gypsum. We actually belt the synthetic gypsum from the power plant over into our facility. And what we do there is we add water and other additives back into the mixture, which we call stucco, and it is laid out on paper, and then another piece of paper comes in on top of it. It's dried under high heat, and then as it comes out, we cut it to length, and then we actually book match it together. So there's actually two pieces in one bundle, and then we end tape the ends, and then it's ready for shipment.
And the gypsum is synthetic. How about the paper?
The paper is also 100% recycled as well. So if we weren't using 100% recycled product, this would probably end up in a landfill as well as the synthetic gypsum.
So both products would have been in the landfill.
That's right.
Okay, now we're using a lot of different types and sizes inside the project house. We've got the 5/8" drywall up on our ceilings. And then we have the 1/2 inch on our walls. And then this thin stuff, the 1/4 inch, we're actually using to make our arches. And we've got a lot of arches here in the project house throughout the home, so it really bends nice. But tell me about the green board. We're using that in all the wet areas, and I don't think people really understand why this is so good to use in bathrooms.
Michael, the green board is actually treated, the paper is treated with a water-resistant formula. And then we also do something different to the core of the product that also makes it water-resistant as well. So it's great to use this in high, humid, water-type areas, bathrooms, etc.
So our walls are not going to turn yellow in any of those areas from steam coming out of the showers and tubs and things?
That is correct. Yeah.
Now tell me about this piece of drywall that we're setting all of our props on, because it's 12 feet long, and I've seen a lot of 12 feet long drywall. But this thing is really wide. How wide is this?
This is 54-inch wide by 12 feet long. And what you have here is a piece of 54-inch board that's used for 9-foot ceilings. So you can take two pieces of 54-inch board, hang them horizontally, one on top of the other, and therefore you don't have the 12-inch strip at the top from using traditionally 48-inch wallboard.
Now, you got a knife there. How does it cut compared to normal gypsum?
Synthetic gypsum is much more pure than mined gypsum. And as you can see here,
cut a curve for us there. Wow, that is a clean edge. Yeah, you don't normally see a piece of drywall cut that smooth.
Synthetic gypsum, like I said, is much pure. It's much more consistent than mined gypsum. The drywall hangers love it.
Yeah, well, I like it too. Hey, thanks for joining us today, Steve.
Thank you, Michael.